Good evening, everyone. Just getting set up here. Just sharing to a couple of my pages. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing well. Tonight I thought I'd hop on here and do a quick project with... Sorry about that. Hi, Elizabeth. My phone was ringing. Hope everyone is doing good tonight. So if you would like to, if you're on the phone, on the bottom left hand corner, share my video for anybody you think who might like to see our product. Down here again, I've got the information about my Create and Take at Hobby Lobby if you're local to me in Sterling Heights, Michigan. I'm going to just set this up so I can see some comments. And let's make sure we're in focus. So this is the project that we'll be doing. It's called Established, the transfer. You will get that transfer plus 2 Chalkology pastes of your choice and a chalkboard that I've chosen from Hobby Lobby. So this is just a sample of what that you would be creating. You'll have access to the font set to be able to put your family name on there. So I chose white and green, but you can pick whatever 2 colors you want. Hi Shannon, how are you? So again, this is at Hobby Lobby in Sterling Heights. If you're local to me and would like to join me there, it's on Wednesday, May 16th. The class is $45 and you will get all the supplies to make the transfer and this project and be able to take it home and recreate it as many times as you would like. So just finishing up posting to my groups. If you want more information about that, just type Create and Take in the chat line and I can hook you up with more information. Also, in the description above, I have my YouTube channel. If you would like to subscribe to that and help me out, I do upload all my videos onto there so that you can rewatch them later. There is also a link in the description for my website. If you'd like to purchase any product, you're more than welcome to hit that link and go there and purchase. There also is a link on Join My Team. If you're interested in Couture or would like to know more about it and how you can create these beautiful projects or earn some money, you can type in join on that chat line and I can add you into our opportunities group. And in that group, we have lots of information about the product, about the company, and how you can join. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead, and I've got 5 little onesie t-shirts that I'm going to be making today. We have 6 little critters. We have a bear, a wolf, a dog. Let's see here. That's a panda, a wolf, a dog, a bear, a penguin, and a cat. And then it has all the names for each of the characters. These are little cheeks and whiskers that you can put on there. There's a little bow if you want to make them for a girl. I'm just going to kind of leave them neutral because I have a friend whose daughter is having a baby in October and I'm going to give them to her. Hi, Shalonda. But I don't know what she's having. So I'm just going to leave them neutral so that a boy or a girl could wear them. So I'm going to start with the dog. And I'm just going to peel him off, and then I'm going to give him a little bit of a fuzz because it is a new transfer, and I'm going to stick it right. Hi, Lisa. I'm going to kind of just center it by eyeballing, and we want to make sure we have a nice tight seal. And on the back of my transfer, I want to make sure I write which critter was on there, so I'm going to write dog on the back of this, so that I know when I go to put them back on, because that transfer is reusable anywhere from 8 to 12 times, but you can get a little bit more with good care or proper care of your transfer. So my dog, I'm going to make him this copper color, so he's going to be sparkly. a little bit of sparkle metallic in there. And our inks are permanent and are machine washable once they are heat set. So I'm going to, I gotta make sure I don't get anything on my fingers, because wherever, if I touch it, that ink stays. So I want to make sure I don't have any ink on my hands from opening that jar. And then the inks do not need to be stirred. You just need, they can come right straight out of the jar the way they are. And I'm just gonna swipe right over top the transfer and cover his face and his ears just the way you should. It doesn't take a lot. These inks go a long way. So this jar will last you quite a while. Hi, Tamitha. Hi, Richard. How are you? So, with these inks, we are now doing them in the 3 ounce. What you're seeing is our 2 ounce size. So that's my little dog. And I'm just going to put his, the transfer in a little thing of water. And then I'm going to put the dog name right underneath. And I want to kind of reset that material, make sure it's laying flat. So we're going to put dog right underneath him, just like that, in the same color. So these transfers, they just wash off with water and a little bit of a Clorox wipe just to make sure. Thanks, Tamitha. Just to make sure that the transfer is not clogged, because they are a silk screen, if you can see that. Make sure. There's a little silk screen right underneath there. So see all those particles? We want to take just a little Clorox wipe to wipe them off. Hi, Virginia. So I'm gonna close that one up, and I'm just gonna set it off to the side and let it dry before I heat set it. And we're gonna work on the other onesies while this one's drying. And that'll give me time. So I'm gonna be really careful so that it doesn't fold over on itself. And this mat that I'm taking out is just a slightly sticky mat, just to keep it nice and secure, so that it doesn't make it go through the other side. The transfer doesn't go through the other side. So once I'm done with these, I'm going to heat set them with an iron. So again, I'm just putting that little board in there to make sure the t-shirt lays nice and flat, so when I go to apply the transfer, it stays nice and secure. I'm going to take all those air bubbles out of there. There we go. And on this one, I'm going to do the fox. Now, the color I'm using for the fox, we no longer have available, unfortunately. It's called Tangelo. It's kind of an orange. I'm sure that they'll probably come out with something to replace it. They just haven't told us yet. Hi, Janice. So we're going to do our fox. And once they're dry, I'm going to go back and put some little cheeks on them to give them some character too on their faces. So the dog will get some whiskers and the other animals will get some cute little cheeks. So we're just going to go over the transfer just like I said before. And if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask in the chat line. I will answer them as best as I can. And then we're just going to set that off to the side. And I want to make sure I don't have anything on my hands before I lift that transfer up. And we're going to set it right off to the side. I like this fox. He's cute. And then I got the word fox, and we're going to put that right underneath. Oh, and I forgot to write the name on this one. Fox. And we're going to write fox on this one. Oop, and I got to write dog on the back of this one, just so I know which transfer they belong to after I wash them and put them back on. Hi, Jackie. How are you today? So we're just going to put fox right like that, right underneath. And we're going to go right back over it again with the Tangelo. And then we're going to lift that off again. Put that right into a water bath. And we're going to just lift this right off the sticky mat and pull that out. And then I'm going to set it off the side to dry and work on the next one. So what's really nice is you can make a whole bunch of these, because these transfers, like I said, can be used multiple times. And the only one thing I would recommend is make sure you iron the shirts before you do them. Make sure there's no wrinkles or anything. So we're going to do Bear. So I'm going to close up this ink. And I think I'm going to do my Bear also in the copper. Bear on the back. Okay. Didn't think about that. We could have kept the same squeegee for that, but I threw it in my water, so we'll just get another one out. So just go over the lines nice and gently. I have found that with our inks that if you press too hard, they bleed. So you don't want to give too much pressure because it doesn't take a whole lot. And then just go over and make sure you got everything covered. Scrape off the excess very gently. I really like this copper color. Once it sets, it is so pretty. And you see that little bit of shimmer too. So how's everyone doing tonight? Doing good here. Got a little bit of rain, but not a big deal. So we're going to do Bear here. Hope it's not quite centered. I'm going to move it over just a touch. There we go, right there. Hi, Kathy. How are you? So we're just going to do the word Bear. And we're going to, I got to make sure my fingers are clean because we don't want to get anything on the t-shirt. Just lifting that off. We'll put that in our water bath. And then we're going to take the black mat out and we're going to go on to the next one. I'm going to close that up really quick. Make sure I don't get anything on there. I'm going to give it some time to dry. Okay, 2 more. Ended up with a pack of 5 shirts. Okay. We'll lay that one down. I think we're going to do the penguin and we're going to do the panda bear on those. So just put my mat in there again. And all this mat really does is make sure that the shirt is laying nice and flat and that the ink is protected from going through onto the other side. So this one is the penguin. Hi Sheila, how are you? And just writing on the back of that so I know which one it belongs to. And then this one, because we're going to use this one too. Okay. So penguin's black. So we got black ink. And I found this black ink goes everywhere. So you got to be extra careful with the black. It's a little bit thinner than the rest of our inks for some reason. Don't know why, just is. So we're just going to cover him very gently. Make sure I got all the transferred covered, and then I'm going to take up all the excess. And I'm just going to set that off to the side. Make sure I got nothing on my fingers. We're going to lift this transfer up. Okay, I'm going to put that in a water bath. Oh, it's sticking to my fingers. And now we're going to do the word penguin underneath it. After these are dry, I'm going to go back and add little cheeks and stuff to them, give them some little character. These don't take long. If they're not quite heat ready, I'll just use my little heat gun to heat set them, or start to heat set them, I should say, dry them out so that they can be heat set with the iron. So I'm all done with that one for right now. Oh, and we're going to take the transfer off, put it in the water bath. Okay, set this one off to the side to dry. And the last one, we're going to do the Panda Bear. So I'm going to use these cheeks and whiskers to put some character into the animals' faces. So we're going to do this first. And then we'll go back to the Hi Laura. And then we'll go back to the first shirt, which was my dog, and put some whiskers on him. And then dry him. Or make sure he's dry before I put the whiskers on him. And then dry him, and then I'm going to heat set him. So we're going to do the panda right about there. And I got to write panda on the back of this so I know that the panda belongs to this one. And I'm going to write panda on the back of this for the word. So that way I know what's what. And we're going to go back to the ink, black ink. And we're going to cover the panda's face with a little bit of black ink. Let's take off the excess. These are so cute. Been wanting to do these for a while, but I just didn't have any onesies, and I hadn't had time to go to the store to get them. So we're going to take this transfer off and peel it straight down like that and into the water bath. And then we're going to do the word panda right underneath. Just like that. Oh, I forgot, I need the black ink still. I've gotten into the habit of closing them up because I have bumped them and gotten them all over me. And they don't wash out of clothes. Even though they're not heat set, they don't, it takes a while for them to wash out, because I did get it all over just one of my normal craft shirts, and it's been washed about 3 or 4 times, but it still hasn't fully washed out because I can still see the stain from it. And it happened to be, I think, yellow. One of the last projects that I did with yellow was on that shirt. So we got that one. So I'm gonna just stay with him there, and I'm gonna dry him a little bit so I can do his cheeks. I just want to make sure it's dry so that I can layer the cheeks over it. I have found that things have to be dry completely with the inks, otherwise they don't layer very well. Hi Dennis! Hi John, how are you guys today? So I'm just heat setting him a little bit, make sure he's dry. And then we're going to give him some little pink cheeks. Right, just like that. Okay, let's see here. I want to make sure I see it the way I want to see it, center it. Here's his nose. Hi, Amy. So we're just going to put him right there. And I'm going to put cheeks on here so I know which one it belongs to. And then we're going to use our Couture Coral, which is kind of like a pinky peach color in our inks. And I'm just going to leave this one sit out because I'm going to use that for all of them. So I'm just going to do a little dab of pink here and a little dab of pink here. And then lift it off. Nope, didn't go through all the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to just lay it back down, go back over it again. That's the good thing about them, is they can be laid back down. And since I'm going to use this multiple times, I'm not going to wash it because I don't need to. But I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to just set it off to the side and let it dry because I'm going to go to the next shirt that I was doing, which was our dog. And he seems to be dry. So I just need to put my mat in there to keep him nice and still. And on him, I'm going to put some whiskers. So I'm going to put whiskers on here. And I think on his whiskers, we're going to do a different color. I think I'm going to do our fawn, which is a really light brown color. Kind of sand. I don't even know if I should put whiskers on him. Maybe I should put cheeks on him. Whiskers kind of look funny. What do you think? Whiskers? Nope, I'm thinking cheeks. We can do these little circle dots for the cheeks, but I can still do them in fawn. And I can kind of see his nose through the transfer. Yeah, that looks better. I'm just going to open this one up. Just something to give him a little character. I'm just going to go over that lightly, just like that. And then we're going to lift it off. Well, you can't really see them that well, but I think once we iron it, it will be good. We'll see. It doesn't show up very well on the shirt because of this lighting, but I can see them there. They're just very, very faint. So I'm going to set that off to the side and let it dry. And we're going to go back to the fox. Make sure he's dry. He needs to be dried a little bit, so I'm going to heat set him a little bit with my heat gun here. Just want to make sure that it's dry so that when I go to layer the cheeks down, it doesn't come up. So I'm going to put my little mat back inside here just far enough for his cheeks so it doesn't go through the shirt. And we're going to, I don't think we can do cheeks. Maybe we can do whiskers on the fox. Fox have got whiskers. we're going to give him the same color whiskers. We're going to give him as his face, which is Tangelo. And this color is no longer available, but I'm hoping we come out with something to replace it. We have our convention in June, so I'll know more then. We do have a new product release coming up May 1st. Hi, Susan! And I'm excited to see it because it's going to be our spring and summer things. And they've given us a little bit of a hint. We've seen a globe. They had shown on a live feed. Yep. Those whiskers are cute on that fox. I like that. So I'm going to put whiskers. Oh, I got whiskers already. This one was the dots. That's right. Okay, so we're going to just set those all off to the side. So we're going to take that one out. And I'm going to go to my bear. Regular old bear. We're going to give him cheeks. Make sure I get it up in there the right way. And he's dry. So we're just going to lay those cheeks down. Just something to give him a pop of color. Okay, so the cheeks are done. Oh my God, these animals are so adorable. I love them. So we're going to just take him out, set him off to the side. I got a penguin to do still, and then I will start heat setting these all. So the heat set, they say to, I have my iron set on cotton, but they say to set it for like 4 minutes, but I have found it doesn't necessarily always take 4 minutes. See if he's dry. Yep. I'm going to give the penguin some little cute cheekers. Because what happens with it when you heat set it, it kind of, well, I want to say melts, but it's not the right term, into the fabric. The fabric, you can sell, it's become part of the fabric is what it is. So we're going to take this one off. And there we go with that. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this mat out, and I'm going to dry the cheeks enough so that I can heat set them. And all you need is a piece of parchment paper just to protect your, thanks, Susan. Thanks, Tamitha. They do. I love how they just bring the characters to life. So I'm just going to get a piece of parchment paper here, and we're going to dry the cheeks to make sure they're good for... Hi, Courtney. It's a penguin, Courtney, your favorite. So we're just going to dry the cheeks up so that I can heat set him. And plug my iron in. These don't take that long. They're pretty quick to do. I've got 5 shirts here and I've been on, what, 15, 20 minutes, I think? Yes, Tamitha, you can use the chalk paints and the inks both to paint with them. I painted a sign that I started last Friday. It's hanging upstairs, but I'll show you a different project I did. I painted this. This is on a wooden tray with the chalk paste. Yeah, there is. So this is one of the projects I did with the chalk chalk paste. And then with the inks, I did a pillow that said welcome, but I also did a sign too with our boho flowers. This is the boho flower transfer. So this is with the inks, and I put this on just canvas and stretched it over a frame, but I also painted this all with the inks. Thanks, Tamitha. So there is so many things that you can do with these. So I'm just going to lay my parchment paper down over top of that, and I'm going to put my iron right on top of it and just let it go over it a couple of times. I don't want it to stay in one spot because then you'll burn the material, so we're going to go over it and just rub it down a little bit. And I have found that with these t-shirts, just ever so slightly, so it's not quite there, but it's close. And I'll show you what I mean about it becoming part of the fabric when I know it's set all the way. These set up pretty quick. So, see how the cheeks and all this is all part of the fabric now? And that's how to heat set it. So I'm going to grab the other ones, make sure they're dry, and do the next one. So I did, let's do the Panda Bear. And that's not quite dry yet. I am like so in love with this product. I have never been excited about something as much as I have been about this. Because there's so many creative possibilities. You can paint with it. You can, just spread it on. It's just so easy. And you don't have to be, like I said, artistic. I mean, anybody can do this. My son, who's helped me with a couple of the transfers, he has no interest in it. But once I get him to do it, he loves it. So we're going to do that one. I'm going to just rub it a couple minutes here. Some of the ladies in our group have some grandkids that are like, 3, 4, 5-year-olds, and that's how easy this is, that they're able to do these just simple transfers. They take them and put them on little chalkboards and play with the chalk paste. And what's nice is if it gets on their clothes, it washes right out. So that should be good. So there's the panda. He's all heat set. And then let's go with our bear. I want to make sure his cheeks are dry. Yep, those are dry. So, I mean, you can make a quick, sign or gift to give for a wedding, a shower, a birthday, baby, anything. Really, you're, unlimited to nothing. I have not, Susan. These are so thin that you really don't need to. The canvas material I have because it's thicker. But these onesies, they're so thin I can see it go right through to the shirt. So this was not quite done yet because it's still got that heaviness to it. So I'm going to go back over it a little bit more. I have found with these baby onesies, because they're so thin, I've not ever had to heat set the back on these thinner materials. But I shouldn't say on onesies, because these are the first onesies I'm doing. But I have found thinner materials, I don't have to heat set the back of them because they set up really nice just doing the front. But the canvas materials, like our Couture pillows, I have ironed the front and the back just to make sure, because they are a much heavier material. So that looks a lot better. So there's the bear. I love that copper. It's all sparkly. And I got 2 more shirts. we have our fox. And he's dry. I'm going to iron him. Hi, Pete. Hi, Cheryl. How are you guys tonight? I'm just making some onesies with our Chalk Couture inks and our little critters transfer. So right now I'm ironing because I've got all the inks down on them, and now I'm just ironing and heat setting them. Hi, Aunt Sharon. Because he's got a lot more ink to him, I'm going to iron him just a tad bit longer. Make sure he's good and heat set. So let's see how that one looks. Yep. So there's the fox. And then I have my dog. So I'll show all the shirts again once I get this one done so everybody can see them again. So that should do it. Let me check my heat set. Yep, and there's his little, you can just barely faintly see the little freckles, but he's cute. So that's the dog. I'm going to lay him down. And then here's my fox. And then the bear. And the panda. And the penguin. So I have a friend whose daughter is going to be having a baby in October, so that's who I'm going to give these to. But I got a couple of more shows that I'm going to be doing here in the next month or so, and I wanted to have some samples to show people too. So if you don't have any other questions, again, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's up in the description box. If you're interested in purchasing product, again, there is a link up in the description that says shop here. If you want to know more about Chalk Couture and how, thanks Susan, and how to join the team, just put in join, and I can put you into our opportunity group so that you can learn more about Chalk Couture. Thanks everybody, and have a great night.